This is 6.5b of algebra. So we're going to continue with linear inequalities. So we're going to graph now horizontal and vertical lines. So let me draw myself a graph. And then we've got the inequality x is less than -5. So I'm going to go to -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's where I'm going to draw my line. Looking at our symbol, this is a dotted line. So I'm going to put a dotted line across the axes. And then I need to shade. Let's just plug in 0. If I plug in 0, 0 is smaller than -5. That is true. So I need to shade the side that has 0. So I'm going to shade in this direction. Okay, let's try another one over here. So drawing my graph. So now I need to go to y equals 2. So 1, 2. This is a solid line because it has the line underneath it. So I'll stick in the solid line, and then I need to shade. I'll just plug in 0 again. 0 is less than or equal to 2. That is true. So I need to shade on the side that has 0. So I shade this side. Okay, we've got a story problem. It says for a party you can spend no more than $12 on nuts. So that means we can spend $1, we can spend $5, we can spend $7.50, we can spend $11.99, we can spend $12, but we can't spend $12.01 or higher. So we can spend $12 or less. Peanuts cost $2 per pound, and cashews cost $4 per pound. So let's put x for the pounds of peanuts. So I get 2x plus, and let's do 4y. We'll use y for the pounds of cashews. And it's not equal to 12. I need to figure out what symbol needs to go. I said it's okay to spend 12, so I'll have the line underneath. But 12 needs to be the most that I can spend. It needs to be the biggest number. So it needs to be eating the 12. And now I'm going to graph this. So I'm going to rearrange it into slope-intercept form. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. So I get 4y is less than or equal to -2x plus 12. I put the -2x in front so that it looks like my slope-intercept form. The y equals mx plus b. And then I'll divide by 4. And I get that y is less than or equal to -1/2 x plus 3. So I'm going to graph this now. So I put a dot at 3, move down 1 to the right 2, down 1 to the right 2, down 1 to the right 2. This is a solid line. So I'm going to connect these. And then I need to decide what side to shade. My line does not go through 0, 0 down here. So I'm going to try plugging in 0, 0. 0 is less than or equal to -1/2 times 0 plus 3. So that gives me that 0 is less than or equal to, anything times 0 is just 0. So this is 0 plus 3. So we get that 0 is less than or equal to 3, which is true. So I'm going to shade in here. So anywhere in the shaded area, or since I have a solid line, anywhere on the line is a solution. So I could take this point right here, that's a solution. So we said x was peanuts. So this is peanuts. And this is cashews. So that's 2 pounds of peanuts and 2 pounds of cashews. That's one option. I could take this point right here because that's in the shaded area. So that's 1 pound of peanuts and 1 pound of cashews. That's an option. I could take this option right here. That's 1, 2, 3 pounds of peanuts, and that's 1/2 pound of cashews, right? So any point in the shaded area or on the line is a possible solution. Okay, now we're going to take this graph and we're going to write the inequality for it. So what I'm going to do, we're going to skip our got it problem down here. We're just going to go based off of their graph there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write out y equals mx plus b, but I'm not going to use equals, right? Usually we do y equals mx plus b. But instead of an equals, I'm going to just put a box there because I don't know what inequality needs to go in. So I'm going to look at my graph here. My b is my y-intercept, and it crosses my y-intercept at 1, or my y-axis at 1. So b is 1. Then I'll figure out my slope. So I start at 1, I go up 2 to the right 1. So 2 over 1, which is just 2. So my slope is 2. And I've got my y in my box. I need to plug in a point that is a solution. So anything in the yellow or on the line. 0, 0 is an easy option, right? If 0, 0 is not a solution, if 0, 0 is not colored in, then you need to choose a different point, okay? In this case, 0, 0 is, so I'm going to plug that one in. So 0 box, 2 times 0 plus 1, that's 0, and 0 plus 1, so we get 0 box 1. So 1 is bigger, so I need to make it so that it's eating the 1. Then I need to look back at my graph. This is a solid line, so I'm going to stick a line under that inequality. So I can rewrite this equation with this symbol here. So I get y is less than or equal to 2x plus 1. And that would be my equation. And there's your homework.